Hey, what's up, everybody? Um, Welcome to a very special video. For those of you on Instagram that, for at least like the 24 hours of when it's going to be available. And then for those on YouTube, when they can just watch it forever. It's there forever. As James chews on his freaking.
I'm not chewing on shit. Shut up.
Oh, you were about to chew on your freaking thumb drive.
I was fidgeting. I was not chewing
I
on
saw
shit.
it going into your mouth.
I don't know. That's how I do it sometimes.
Do I even need to introduce you now? Because could I just call you James, the thumb drive chewing man?
Alright, hold on.
Now he's chewing.
Ugh. Okay, we're
I
good.
could have just killed you right there, by the way, if you swallowed those.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. Hi, I'm James. I'm
Yeah.
different.
Yeah, obviously. I don't know any other people that chew on thumb drives, so.
And these are the geniuses that are booking wrestling right now.
I know, yeah, that's what sucks about this, too. Like, you and I could produce a better wrestling product, and you chew on thumb drives, and I don't know, I do something else stupid.
Yeah, exactly. Let's go. Let's do this.
Alright, so, let's explain the series. Welcome to episode 1 of the Wrestling Fantasy Booking Series. This isn't exactly episode 1 because we've done this type of show before on the Wrestling Fortune 44 YouTube channel, but then either me and James have like had fallen outs, or like other people I've done it with don't really seem as into it, or like when we try to do it at school, it just doesn't work. So we're bringing it back again, and hopefully it's a success this time. So
Hopefully.
yeah. I just want, even if it doesn't get views, I just want it to get like produced. So
Yeah,
that's the goal right now. Let's talk about this. What this is, and basically, like, if you watch the channel update video, and the Instagram live video we did about this like a few weeks ago, what this is we either we book or book feud in wrestling. Just go watch the channel update video. James like explained it like the most simplest way that he possibly could have. So go watch that video. And
I probably was just like, that thing that wrestling bookers do to create shows for you people to sit and enjoy. Yeah, we do that.
Yeah, and that's what we're doing here. So
now
we will say for the people watching on Instagram Live right now, if you're gonna leave comments and such, try to leave comments that have to do with what we're talking about. Don't have us jump all over the place. Watch, now that I say that, they're going to have us jump all over the place now, though.
They're going to do that to be dick, yes.
Yeah, and so don't do that, please. And, if you don't want your name said on Instagram Live, you got to be careful because we're also filming a video that's going to go to YouTube right now. And if you don't want your Instagram account given away, then, either just put in parentheses and I'll just say this person, or leave in parentheses the name you want me to say. Probably shouldn't have said that because now I'm going to have a lot of troll accounts on that part of it, get me to say stuff that I shouldn't be saying. But if it's Chris Todd, John Tuddy, Noah Foster, and other people, we're saying your name even if you tell us not to, because they've
been on the channel before.
Oh, he froze. He's frozen. He's frozen on both places.
Can you see me?
Oh, he was like unfrozen for a second, and then he's. You're frozen on Skype. Oh, okay, you're frozen on Skype.
Am I frozen on Skype?
Not Skype. So you're fine now.
All right. Anyway,
you missed the bulk of the joke, though. I was gonna say.
No, I heard the joke.
No, I missed what you said on the joke.
Oh, well, they know. They've been on the show.
Yeah, so their names are getting said. Like.
All right. What's this? It's jump. So we want to call this one the Jumping Bomb Angels Tag Team Classic because we figured let's kind of go over how WWE booked this before we go.
Can I take this? I got this.
Go for it.
So, for years and years, basically since the women's evolution started, I know technically it didn't officially start like they say until like 2015, but I want to say since like 2012 when Triple H took over NXT, that's when the women's evolution in WWE started. Because obviously it had been going on for years anyways. Like an Impact.
Yeah, it did start that long before WWE ever tried it.
Yeah. So everybody had wanted women's tag team titles. Everyone had waited for women's tag team titles. And you know, we were wondering like when the announcement was going to get made. We thought it was going to get made, you know, when they announced Evolution. That's what the announcement we thought was going to get made wasn't made. We thought it was going to get announced at Evolution, which would have made sense. But nope. And how did the women's tag team titles get announced? Vince McMahon wearing a Santa Claus outfit. That should have been like the red flags moment all day, by the way. When Vince McMahon announced it like that, that's when we should have known these titles weren't going to be treated legitimately.
Yeah, it was a joke from day one, and now there's a joke tag team holding the belts that have yet to defend them.
Yeah.
Good job, guys. Great fucking job.
Well, let's talk about too how they were crowned too. You know, Alexa Bliss revealed them. You know, and they look like we should say the design of the titles look pretty sick. Oh crap! You know what I just realized, by the way? I forgot to freaking put the picture on the Instagram part of it. This is what the design looks like for people watching on Instagram. Um, look like pretty sick designs, right?
Yeah,
Um,
like better than the actual men's tag team titles, which I find great.
yeah,
Great.
but also too, I want to talk about this too. What also that same segment was when they had Otis Dozovic, and I could say Otis Dozovic because that's what he was at the time. Come out and like debut and like hit on Alexa Bliss, which was a funny thing, but you don't kind of don't have that in the same segment as your woman's
As
tag.
you're trying to unveil titles that you're trying to get people to take seriously.
And then they have the Elimination Chamber match, and it's just like a bunch of thrown together teams in the match, like Naomi and Carmella, please. And who else was it? Like
I
Nikki
mean, they had
Cross and
Samoan Slaughterhouse. They had uh, Banks and Bailey, and then
Fire
Iconic.
and Desire.
Who was it? Yeah, Fire
Fire
and
and
Desire.
Desire.
And was Iconics in there too?
Yeah, they were. I forget the other team that was in it though. So
Who cares? They were probably
and
as good a team.
and the match was fine. The right team won. So but then that's it. That was the only good thing about the women's tag team titles. We were promised they were going to get defended in all three brands, which hasn't really happened. They've only really shown up on Raw and SmackDown. They went to NXT like once, and then they never gone back. And then
And it
they had
wasn't
like
for a match. It was a promo saying that they were going to produce a match.
yeah.
So it's
Um,
really.
and then they had like the match at Elimination Chamber that was pretty bad with the feud with Nia Jax and Tamina versus, I'm sorry, Samoan Slaughterhouse versus Boston Hug Connection, and
I
then
like to call it the Samoan sleeping pill.
yeah, and then we had the Beth Phoenix come back, and that's when like it was dead. Like when Beth Phoenix came back and nobody cared about it, that's when the women's tag team titles were dead. And where were the women's tag team titles on the card after WrestleMania? After that awesome Falls Count Anywhere match between the Miz and Shane McMahon. Um, and then the Iconics won them and have been joke champions since. So it's like, you know, and the women's tag team titles because of the wild card rule, from what I hear, haven't been on TV since. Am I
Yeah,
correct on that?
yeah, because they've pretty much handicapped themselves with this fucking goddamn wild card rule. Because now the people that you could have built up as legit contenders for the titles can't even get on TV.
Yeah. Also, it's also bad too because they have this what we'd like to call Blood Money 3 show going on. So they can't even like really build a women's match because they can't do a women's match there. So they've handicapped themselves with that. The other way,
Yep.
for Blood Money 3, don't watch it. Both of these middle fingers to that show. So
Fuck the show. I'm never watching any Saudi show ever again.
yeah. But me and James are like, you know what? Let's rebook this.
Because we can do it better.
Yeah. So we've come up with some ways to do this. Now, how this happens first is the announcement doesn't actually. I forget the announcement part of it because we talked about this like months ago. So why don't you talk about that and I'll announce the teams that are in it?
So I forgot how we did the announcement.
How about we have Triple H do it because he's the
I mean, if anything, the best place to reveal this, I wouldn't even do it at Evolution because fuck it. Like, you know why that show existed. And people are like, well, it was women's empowerment. I'm like, no, it fucking wasn't.
no.
No, it wasn't. The only reason that show existed was because they wanted a consolation prize for the women because they were never allowed to go to Saudi Arabia in the first place.
Yeah.
And even then, that show was never treated as highly as that Saudi show. They didn't even get proper lighting. They didn't get any of that shit. It was literally like, and not that the dim down lighting was a bad thing, but it was just
They didn't get pyro either, by the way.
they get pyro, they didn't get any of that shit, and it's just like, yeah, well, we obviously know what show is more important.
I mean, obviously this is kind of out of their control. Roman Reigns' announcement like happened a while before, so no one really cared about the hype of the show at that point because of Roman's announcement. So,
Yeah,
um, why don't we do? I feel like we had like the first Raw of like 2019 where we announced we're gonna have women's tag team titles.
pretty much. Yeah. So that's when we'll do it, and then we'll start the brackets right after the Royal Rumble because that's kind of what happened in Canada anyway.
Yeah,
We could do a weekly series like the Cruiserweight Classic and the
I mean,
May Classic. So we came up with this, and the name of it is the Jumping Bomb Angels Tag Team Classic, which
well,
are former WWE Women's Tag title holders back when they initially, had the belts.
yeah,
Before, Fabulous Moolah put the kibosh on that because she's a cunt.
and it makes sense that it's the Jump Above Angels tag because they were like the best tag team that they probably ever brought in when they had those belts. So,
Yeah, other than the
um,
yeah.
yeah, it makes sense.
We're not going to even use the Glamour Girls because, they were, you know, they were defending fucking Moolah even though they got screwed over. So fuck them.
Yeah.
So we decided to go with the Jumping Bomb Angels because that.
And also too, we're making this like a network weekly series because it works out better because we want to have women from NXT and NXT UK in it, and it wouldn't really work to try to do it with NXT UK because then people would be trying to travel all across 3 brands, and it just wouldn't really work that way. It wouldn't
Yeah.
be kind of a clusterfuck.
So we decided to make a weekly series, kind of like the Worlds Collide shit. Fucking hold on.
Oh, I can hear you on Skype.
Yeah.
Oh, I hear you now.
Yeah, it's being your cunt. Great. Anyway,
So
that's basically what we're doing instead of what they did, which was just a rush together chamber match, and we decided to have. So we're gonna go over the layout first before we even go over the brackets because I feel like we got to go over the bracketology that we got kind of going on here.
And Alexa Bliss too will make the announcement still because she's like injured still in
Gives her
kayfabe.
something to do. Gives her something to do.
Yeah. And the bracketology will be one we decided, I believe, will by Mo Ranallo and Beth Phoenix, I believe.
Arnell and Beth Phoenix, I believe, is who we decided to go with. Yeah.
So
And
I'll go over the team.
I think we were going to do Cole, Phoenix, and actually not Phoenix. I think we chose.
Alexa Bliss.
Yeah, Alexa Bliss, right. So here are the layouts of all the teams. The brackets would have never been announced on the bracketology yet. They're going to be a 2-part bracketology. One to lay it out, and then they're going to have another 2 after they lay out the brackets. So that would be a 2-day period.
So I'll go over the layout. So representing what? No, we both came up with these teams. James came up with the names, so after I announced the teams, he can go over why he came up with the names he came up with and such.
Yeah, which some are good, others are not, and it's just because it's really hard to come up with team names.
Yeah. So and Raw, represented Raw is the Boston Hug Connection, being Bailey and Sasha Banks for those who don't know. Representing the Wyatt Squad, Sarah Logan and Liv Morgan. Victoria and Mickey James, because that makes sense because Mickey James is on Raw and I believe they teamed together before, so it makes sense. And Victoria, is retiring this year anyway, so it makes sense for her to be a part of this. And representing Sanity is Nikki Cross and Rosemary. We'll explain that one, later on. When I have James, go through each thing.
Oh yeah, basically because Rosemary's currently up in the air with contract situation, so we're like, hey, well, you know, why not do get Rosemary and put her with Sanity and never break the Sanity faction up to begin with, you fucking morons.
Yeah, exactly. Chris Dodd's in the chat right now.
Hi, Chris.
He joined it, so I'll wave to him.
I think we're a little off on Instagram at the moment, but hopefully he can at least hear us.
Yeah, like Chris, this is going on YouTube too, so if you want to watch it that way, then you can. So there you go.
Yeah.
All right, then representing SmackDown is Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch. We know they're going to be feuding around this time because we're going to set up the triple threat at WrestleMania, but this is a way to really build to that match by having them team up.
They're forced to team up via Shane McMahon and whatnot, basically.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you guys are going to learn to get along so that way I can win for my brand, or, there's going to be hell to pay, blah, blah, blah. Stupid empty threat. There you go. That's how you can set that up.
Yeah.
The
Iconics.
The Iconics, because
they're a legitimate team, so.
They're a legitimate team, so why not?
And then Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey. Even though, wouldn't they technically be representing Raw and NXT, not SmackDown?
I just decided SmackDown because fuck it.
All right, why not? So there you go. I mean, WWE doesn't care, so.
Yeah, exactly.
Then we got the.
Blow it tomorrow. I couldn't come up with a better name than the one I came up with. It's Naomi and Asuka.
Yeah.
Wondering.
Because they were teaming up kind of anyways, prior to, like going into Super Showdown, the first one and such. So.
Yeah, exactly.
And then Fire and Desire makes sense because they're a legitimate tag team. Now, obviously, we'll say this too. We made this bracket up before Kairi Sane got called up to the main roster.
Yeah.
But we got the Sky Pirates, Io Shirai, and Kairi Sane, which makes sense.
True Dolls, which I believe is Aaliyah and Vanessa Bourne, which is basically it's that really snobby tag that you kind of need.
And then we have Candice LeRae and Lacey Lane, which I like the name of that. I like that tag team. Very both athletic. So
yeah, very good. I have the funny thing is I have not seen Lacey Lane since the Mae Young Classic.
Yeah, maybe because yeah, I know. I really wish they would use her more than. I mean, I like Casey Catanzaro, but I think Lacey Lane overall is the better wrestler right now. So
I agree. I absolutely agree.
Then we got Jessamine Duke and Marina Shafir because they're part of the tag team because the Four Horsewomen. Then we have the EST being Mia Yim and Marty Bell because Bianca Belair is going to be in the corner. This is going to be a faction, and obviously, if you're an Impact Wrestling fan from 2015, you would know that Mia Yim and Marty Bell were a tag team in a faction in the Dollhouse. So we just put them together as a tag team here because it makes sense. Because Marty Bell's not signed anywhere, correct?
Currently, no, but I don't see why not.
Yeah.
Especially considering you desperately need teams here.
Yeah.
So why not sign her to pair her up with Mia Yim?
And then representing
Happy Trails, which is basically just the lovable team of Zaya Brookside and Candy Floss because they're great.
Yeah, the rest is representing NXT UK. So
yeah,
and this makes sense because I actually they should be a tag team anyways because they got the same gimmick and everything. So
yeah, I agree. Everybody's been saying that, so why not do it? And then
we got
the Elegant.
being Nina Samuels and Ginny.
You were frozen on Instagram.
Well, I'm on Skype now, so as long as we have it work in one place, it doesn't matter. So
yeah, but your Instagram's kind of weirding me out, my dude. It's like it's buffering.
What do you mean buffering? I'm fine on my end.
I think they'll be able to hear you anyway because I do have the here. Just until it's ready, I have the speaker near the phone.
Okay. All right. So the Elegant. So then we have the Elegant being Nina Samuels and Ginny. They're a tag team because they basically too have the same gimmick, and they would actually be good as a tag team. We also came up with this before recently in NXT UK. They had Ginny and what's her name? Not the alpha female, but Ginny and oh my gosh, I can't think of a name. Who's the one that they brought into the main?
No, I don't know.
Yeah, the big woman they brought into the main. Jazzy Gabbard. There you go, Jazzy Gabbard.
Oh, Jazzy Gabbert's
This is
too.
before they became like a unit, but I think this team just worked better anyways.
Yeah,
So.
dude, you might want to change your Wi-Fi on your phone. That might be the issue.
Oh yeah, right. Hold on. This is why. Hey, this is we go unedited here, so
Yeah.
you don't want to be my grandmother's FaceTiming right now, so that might be what it is.
Your grandmother's FaceTiming?
Yeah, my. So, all right. How's it now?
Still not working.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
We just say fuck it with Skype then.
No, it's not Skype. Skype's
I mean,
fine.
Skype. I mean Instagram. Do we just say
Yeah,
fuck it with it?
yeah, fuck it with Instagram.
All right. I tried it again. Instagram's let me down again.
Yeah, fuck it.
I think Skype just gets jealous of all the other devices I can use, so they just, I think Skype just makes phone calls, make sure I can never leave.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Fuck it. We tried Instagram. It won't be on Instagram Live anytime soon.
Yeah, because Instagram Live sucks. So
Experiment. It's so bad.
yeah.
It's
All right.
trash.
But continuing with NXT UK, we have the whoever was watching Instagram Live never will know how this ends now. So
Yeah, well, you'll find it out on YouTube.
yeah.
The Elegant, Nina Samuels, and Jenny. Then we got the Mosh Pit Kids of Tony Storm and Rhea Ripley. I think this makes so much more sense as a team than an actual
Yeah. Then Rhea Ripley and
them,
Gonzalez.
them feuding basically, and then we had Gallus, which has two new women, which is Kaylee Ray and Piper Niven. They're both Scottish. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Shut up. Joe Coffey would recruit them. It makes sense. Shut
Well,
up.
Yeah. The other ones would too, because and Gallus would obviously we need some woman in Gallus to kind of, if they want to do like an all, they want to hold all the gold. The men can't hold the women's tag team titles, so have to have the woman do it.
Exactly. And then we have free agents list.
Slash legends.
Trish Stratus and Lita.
I mean, they're best friends in real life, and they've teamed together on a handful of occasions, so it makes sense.
And then you also have the Bella Twins. I mean, come on, this is fucking obvious why we use them.
Yeah, why didn't they?
They're an actual team. They're sisters. Yeah. I mean, they've been around for ages, so why not? Tori Wilson and Kelly Kelly. I'll save you the details by just saying this: they're blonde.
Well, also, I came up with this team too. It would just be awesome to try. Like, we need to. I needed some entertainment. It would be awesome to try to have them work together as a team because they suck. So.
Well, that and because wait, how can you tell them apart? They're both blonde. Well, one has bigger tits.
Yeah.
Let's see.
And then, actually, another person too you get to follow on Instagram now too is Kelly Kelly. You want some stuff? There you go.
Oh well, now that you mentioned it, right here on YouTube, right here, I'm gonna follow. She's Barbie Blank, right?
Yeah, Barbie Blank.
Who the fuck names their kid Barbie Blank? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, that's such a douchebag comment. Oh yeah, my god, what the hell?
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you, dude.
Holy shit! Wait a minute.
Yeah, like.
Hold up a little. Just give me a minute here.
I know you need to process that.
Hold on a minute. See, she would have never gotten away with any of this shit. And
no, I don't know. Lana is. You go on Lana's page right now.
Yeah, but that's Lana. Lana don't give a shit.
Yeah, but she's getting away with it.
That's true. Holla.
I know.
Oh, it showed her on what? She showed herself on a match on Superstars from like forever ago.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Go to AEW and be like the valet for somebody. She'd be the perfect fit for somebody.
I know, yeah.
That would be heat too. Hey, I just followed Lana. Oh yeah, she gets away with a lot. Oh man.
Yeah, I'm telling
What
you.
the fuck is it? Are her and? Oh my god.
I'm surprised Rusev's okay. Is okay with this?
I think Rusev's also a freak, just like Cody is. But here's a gem I found before we continue on with this.
Yeah.
Right along Monday, 5:27 after Raw, presented by KFC. It shows Lana and Rusev going legit to a KFC, buying a $5 fill-up meal and getting the Cinnabon biscuit, and then it just shows Rusev like with the biscuit.
I've seen it. Yeah.
That's hilarious. Oh my god.
Maybe that's why
Lana's
Rusev's
like
okay
my
with
new Lana's like my new favorite page. It's just Rusev beams and like boobs and butt. It's great.
Turn on the notifications now for Lana and the Bobby Blank.
You know what? I gotta follow. I gotta follow my boy Rusev.
Yeah, follow
On
Rusev.
top of this, following Rusev, my boy.
This has become the Instagram follow section.
Okay, intermission done. Sorry.
This is what happens when we throw Kelly, and Tori Wilson together as a tag team.
Anyway, we got also Ivory and Molly Holly. This would actually be an alright team.
Yeah.
I think they did team together for a bit. But there was never tag title, so what was the point? Now there is a point. Serena Deeb and Abby Lath.
Yeah.
This would be a really cool team. And Lay Cool, because it makes sense to bring back Michelle McCool and Layla.
I don't know what is Layla doing nowadays, anyways.
I don't even know. You know what? Let me go on Instagram. Let's go on Instagram and find out. Instagram.
Probably just chilling right now.
Huh?
Probably just chilling right now.
Oh. That wasn't her. It was some other chick. Hold on. Where are we at? Oh yeah, Layla.
Layla L, I think her name is.
Layla L. Oh yeah, I found Layla L. Here we go. She's posing with Fred Flintstone.
Oh. Okay, that doesn't really tell me what she's doing though. So
she's got a dog. Oh, are they still like doing shit together?
Oh, Lay Cool?
Yeah.
They're
legit still doing shit together. 9 weeks ago, they're still friends.
Huh.
Yeah, no, so yeah, bring them back. Why the fuck not?
Yeah. I mean, James, they stay friends outside the business. What do you think? They just go home and like never talk to each other again in the business?
No.
Okay.
No. I bet they did. But that's just weird. That's odd, bruv. Oh, hey, I'm getting never mind. Something different. Okay, let's go back to where we were. So yeah,
why do you have other teams?
Layla has been doing shit with Michelle McCool, so
yeah, there you go. It makes sense.
More sense than what we thought. So there you go.
Go on Instagram. Maybe that would be our answer for everything. Go on Instagram. It makes sense.
And then we have other teams that I think would make sense to bring together.
Yeah.
They are Dragon Angels, which are basically just a Chinese team of Xia Li and Karen Q. If you watch the Mae Young Classic, they had a round 1 match.
It was good.
Fact. There you go.
It was real good, actually.
It was very good. Hiroyo Matsumoto and Meiko Satomura. People are gonna fucking die.
Yeah. They had some of the best matches in the Mae Young Classics.
People are going to die. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. You think they're going to die now. The Luchadoras, Zatara and Zeuxis, people are gonna die. If
what do you want to kill people?
If you've seen these two women wrestle, they're fucking brutal, bro. They were in two different women's Mae Young Classics. I think Zatara was in the first one, Zeuxis was in the second one. I'm like, perfect. There you go. Yeah. The Luchadoras. Maybe they could join Lucha House Party, and then like Lucha House Party won't look as sad.
And as autistic.
Oh no, you're never not gonna make them look autistic with a fucking pinata. They walk to the ring, but I mean, if they have women, look a little less sad, and lonely.
Maybe Lars Sullivan will leave them alone too.
I'm not going to call these women were called a different name, but I'm just going to call them strictly The Revolution,
Yeah.
Mercedes Martinez, and Killer Kelly. If you
Yeah.
know how Mercedes Martinez wrestles,
Yeah.
and Killer Kelly, how she wrestles, it's fucking brutal. And then I also have an AJ Lee, Caitlyn kind of team, but instead of AJ Lee, I have Casey Catanzaro,
Yeah.
Caitlyn, which makes a lot of sense, I think. You have like your David Goliath team kind of there. And then I don't know why I picked this name. Some names are all right. Paparazzi Magnets, which is Alicia Fox and Melina. Everyone was like, why didn't you just team Alicia Fox up with Nikki Cross? No.
No.
Fuck the crazy gimmick Alicia Fox has. There's a reason why she was drunk and wanted to be off TV.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say. That is all I have to say. And then we have Santana Garrett and Deanna Purrazzo.
It makes sense. I thought they were the same person at one point.
So there you go.
There you go.
Which one's Which one's Garrett? Which one's Deanna? Which one's Garrett? Which one's Deanna?
Yeah.
Anyway, there you go. That's every team. And then the second episode, which is the Jumping Bomb Angels Tag Team Classic bracketology, which would then determine who would face who. The Riot Squad of Sarah Logan and Liv Morgan would fight against Sanity, Nikki Cross, and Rosemary.
Yeah.
This would just... I kind of want to see how this plays out.
Yeah.
Just because you got Sarah Logan, who's a crazy in her own right, with the other two crazies, and then Liv Morgan's just like with her blue tongue and shit.
Well, did you ever watch that video of she said the real reason she had the blue tongue and she was like go crazy, like I just started eating Jolly Ranchers one day and no one ever said I couldn't, so I just kept doing it.
and she actually looked like unique because she had a blue tongue.
And we would break them up after the tournament too.
Yeah, because we're not fucking retarded.
Yeah.
Also,
this makes sense.
People did say a really bad line about that whole blue tongue thing. It was like, "What did you do, blow a Smurf?" And I'm like, "Oh, come on, guys."
Yeah.
I mean, anybody could have came up with that joke, you know. But anyway,
actually, I was thinking the Jolly. I thought it was the Jolly Rancher thing, and I ended up being right. So
here's a dream match that I don't think people would expect that they want: Billie Kay and Peyton Royce versus Michelle McCool and Layla. The Iconics versus Laycool.
yeah,
same gimmick.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, the match, like, so most of the match should be the promo, because they could cut like such an annoying promo on each other. There you go.
And then Michelle McCool is just like, I'm gonna try to big boot everybody.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull an Undertaker. I'm gonna pull a Tombstone. I'd legit have her try to bust out a Tombstone in this match. Just saying.
On Peyton Royce too, because I think she could take the move.
Yeah. But obviously, I'm not going to reveal who wins. We're just revealing the bracketology, and then we'll go over who wins later.
Yeah.
Excellent. Then we have the Sky Pirates versus Jessamine Duke and Marina Shafir. This obviously makes sense because they were building to this match anyway, so you might have it in the actual tournament. From there. Then you have Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey versus Fire and Desire, Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. I would have this go at least 7 minutes. This is probably more a glorified squash, mainly due to Mandy Rose, not so much due to Sonya Deville, because I feel like Sonya Deville could actually hold her own against Shayna and Rousey because she actually has MMA training.
Yeah.
So, but once Mandy Rose gets in there, it's over.
Yeah.
The True Dolls of Aaliyah and Vanessa Bourne taking on Candice LeRae and Lacey Lane. Let's go with this. Elegant versus Hiroto Matsumoto and Meiko Satomura. Oh boy.
Yeah.
You guys might die. I'm sorry.
You want people to die, apparently, in this tournament.
I apparently do. I very much do. Oh, man. Speaking of people that are going to die, Xia Li and Karen Q versus Casey Catanzaro and Caitlyn. Now, I don't know who's going to die in this.
Someone's dying.
Someone's going to die.
Yeah.
Someone's going to die today. The Boston Hug Connection versus the Bella Twins. This actually makes a lot of sense because they never finished this feud. They
Yeah.
actually were building to this. They never finished it, and then the Bella twins are like, "Fuck off! I'm gonna go have another baby."
Yeah.
Like,
And
fuck
this makes
out.
sense too, because like Bailey, the Boston Hugs connection. I'm sorry. Actually represent the new version of the women's revolution, and while the Bella twins, kind of were keeping it from happening. So
Pretty much, even though they weren't, they were
yeah,
just kind of
kayfabe wise, anyways.
yeah, kayfabe. They kind of were. And then Tori Wilson and Kelly Kelly versus Trish Stratus and Lita. I mean, there's no
Yeah.
brainer who's going over there.
Plus, too, it's a nice Well, I shouldn't say legend match, but you know what I mean.
For the
Yeah.
most part, it is. For the most part, it is.
I think too, like if you want to have Tori Wilson and Kelly Kelly be like a team, this is the best team for them to face where the match would come off at least somewhat passable. So
It would probably come up more than just somewhat passable. I think they could actually get a good match.
yeah, because they know them. They know because they both know each other and stuff.
Yeah, the
So
teams know each other. Yeah. Ivory and Molly Holly versus the Revolution, Mercedes Martinez and Killer Kelly.
yeah, that would be.
People are gonna die.
And what's
Especially with Killer Kelly and her fucking dragon sleeper. God
Yeah.
damn, that thing's brutal.
Man, why don't they use? I hate that. I hate in a way that Killer Kelly's enhancement talent in NXT UK because she could be so
She
much.
shouldn't be, dude. She should be the fucking champ. Actually,
Yeah,
that's
she should be like the one. She should have gotten the title match this week in NXT UK instead of.
I agree. I 100% agree. She should be next in line against Toni Storm. Paparazzi Magnets, Alicia Fox, and Melina taking on the Mosh Pit Kit. Speaking of the champion, Toni Storm and Rhea Ripley.
Well, actually, Rhea Ripley would be the champion because we'll book it. Actually, no. When it's announced,
she lost it. But,
yeah, I forgot.
So yeah, Rhea Ripley and Toni Storm. They actually show respect afterwards, and they team. Because quite honestly, why not? You know what I mean?
But you still have a thing like where Rhea Ripley still wants the gold back too.
She
though.
wants the gold back, but it turns into like a Pete Dunne, Tyler Bate kind of thing. You know what I mean? Happy Trails of Zaya Brookside and Candy Floss versus the EST of Mia Yim and Marty Bell. I expect this match to be a banger.
Yeah.
This would have to be a great match, especially
this works too because it's like the two veterans in the business going against like the two new people in the business. So.
Yeah, the newcomers, yeah. And then we have Charlotte and Becky Lynch versus Gallus, Kylie Ray, and Piper Niven. Now this match is exactly how you think it's going to go because of how the feud is building between Charlotte and Becky Lynch. So I don't need to really explain that much. And then we have the Samoan Slaughterhouse, which is Nia and Tamita. We got to put them in there because they're an actual team.
Yeah.
Versus Victoria and Mickie James. Then the Glow of Tomorrow, which is Naomi and Asuka versus Serena Deeb and Abby Lath. And then the Luchadoras of Zaytara and Zeuxis versus Santana Garrett and Deanna Purrazzo. So that's basically every team, and that's how the brackets are laid out.
Yeah. Should we go over who wins now by going over round 2?
Yes, we should.
I'll say this once and give your voice a rest.
Yes, indeed.
So we have Sanity, Nikki Cross, and Rosemary versus the Iconics. No, obviously we don't know what order these matches would happen into because because I know they randomize it sometimes.
They randomize it in round 1, not necessarily in round 2, but definitely in round 1.
Yeah, and we forgot to mention too. All of the matches will take place in full sail except for the finals that would take place at WrestleMania. Because I think we forgot to say because we got talking about Lana and Kelly on Instagram, following them on Instagram, so we got busy.
We got busy.
That's WWE main roster mistakes right there. So,
yeah.
And the commentary team would be Mauro Ranallo, Alexa Bliss,
and
Corey Graves. Oh, I thought we said Corey Graves.
Did we say Corey Graves? I thought we said Renee Young.
Oh, we'll put Renee Young on there.
Because you need 2 women, I feel like.
Yeah. And I think Mauro could do it, too. I don't think it would mess up, his health status. If it does, we'll put Cole in there, just to,
just be smart.
Yeah. So, we'll have... because Cole obviously, would commentate the finals because, Mauro wouldn't be able to do WrestleMania. unless Triple H will be in his ear, but obviously he wouldn't be because he'd be having a match on the show. So, and then like the person announcing Bracketology will be Charlie Caruso. Actually, I want Caleb Braxton because I like Caleb Braxton better. So, so there you go.
Yeah. By the way,
so then
I'm currently on Vinny from Brian and Vinny's Twitter.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'll show you. Hold on. So I'm just gonna show you real quick, just because of the walls.
Hopefully this won't get me copyrighted if I.
No. It's just showing Vinny's cat. Vinny's cat. This cat likes to drink water in the sink, even though she's not very good at it, and it's just water driplets. Like,
the hell? This is Twitter?
This is his Twitter. This is apparently Vinny's cat.
When did he get a cat?
I have no idea. I didn't know he got a cat. But apparently that's what the cat does.
Yeah.
Shout out Brian and Vinny. We love you. There we go. All right, I'm done.
Don't copyright us, please.
Yeah, we just showed you cat. It's okay.
All right. So like I said, round 2 would be Sanity's Nikki Cross and Rosemary versus the Iconics, Billie Kay and Peyton Royce. This makes sense. Because Nikki Cross had been kind of feuding with the Iconics anyways and stuff, like before she left NXT and stuff, so there you go.
Yeah.
Then we have the Sky Pirates versus Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey. Who wouldn't want to see that match? It also ties into the 4 Horsewomen feud. And if you want to launch off to Io Shirai versus Shayna Baszler like you did last night, I don't know how it ended because I haven't seen TakeOver yet, you can because this works. Then we have Candice LeRae and Lacey Lane versus Hiroyo Matsumoto and Miko Satomura. Who wouldn't want to see this match? It would be a hell of a match. I believe Lacey Lane faced one of them in the Mae Young Classics, didn't she?
Yeah, Miko Satomura, I think.
Yeah, so there you go. Then we have Casey Catanzaro and Caitlyn versus the Boston Hug Connection. Like I said, it's the next match in the tournament. It could be pretty good. So there you go.
Really good. I think that would actually be a banger of a match.
Then we have another pretty good, real good match here: Trish Stratus and Lita versus the Revolution. Mercedes Martinez and Killer Kelly. This works because Mercedes Martinez kind of was wrestling around the same time Trish and Lita were. I believe, she was kind of coming in the business around the same time they were on top and such. And, Killer Kelly can be like the rookie in the match. And I forget how the next bracket goes, but whoever reaches the fall, I would imagine if, the Revolution lose, they can just have Mercedes Martinez take the fall because it wouldn't hurt Killer Kelly as much if we want to protect Killer Kelly. But we haven't read that far into the tournament yet, so there you go. Because it's been a few weeks since I've looked at this. So, then we have the Moss Pit Kids versus the EST. This can work because who wouldn't want to see this match as well? I believe Tony Storm and Mia Yim have a history because I believe Tony Storm knocked Mia Yim out of the tournament in the Mae Young Classic.
So it's like instead of fighting you again, I'll team up with you in the tournament this time.
Yeah, right.
There you go.
And then we have
see how the team of Rhea Ripley and Tony Storm fares against a veteran team.
Yes. And then we have Gallus' Kaylee Ray and Piper Niven versus Samoa Slaughterhouse.
I expect this is just going to be a big house fight.
Because who doesn't want to see Piper Niven go face-to-face with Nia Jax? As long as, Piper Niven's going to be okay and stuff like that. But
and she doesn't get her face broken, yes. Exactly.
Then we got Serena Deeb and Abby Leif versus the Luchadores being the Zatara and Zeus. Because this makes sense. I believe Abby Leif and one of the Luchadors faced off in the first Mae Young Classic.
Yes.
And Serena, it just makes sense. There you go.
There you go. Why not? And there you go. That's the second round, and we will save the quarterfinals up till the final one
for the next video.
In the next video. So there you go.
Tell us what you think so far. Do you think we did it better than the main roster did so far? Do you like the
100% better.
Do you like the brackets that we have so far? Maybe I'll try to put this in the comments or the description box of the video so you guys can actually like follow along with it. So that way you guys have like, something to look at when we're talking about this because it gets confusing. That's if I remember to do it though. I might forget. And
Yes,
if I forget, he'll most likely remember.
I
So
will remember for sure.
yeah. So
And
um
in the next one, in the next video, because I think this will be part two. We'll be going over the quarterfinals and all the way up to the Mania match, which will determine the first ever women's tag titles instead of Elimination Chamber, which made no fucking sense.
yeah, we're actually gonna do it in a culmination of a tournament. And think about it, what we're doing here. We're actually raising the prestige so far of these tag team titles. Like, are we gonna have them two get unveiled? We should wait to have them unveiled like till the match till the match actually happens too.
Yeah,
Like not just um and this will give Alexa Bliss something to do instead of just doing Moment of Bliss segments every week. Because God, we don't need those. I mean, they'll still probably do them anyways because it's the main roster. We can't control what the main roster does. So there you go, and it gives Beth some more credibility to and more experience to do commentary weekly because she's done with doing NXT weekly now. So there you go, and it gives Bo and Beth a chance to work together because they hadn't worked together before this recently. So there you go. I mean, it's not like Beth wasn't ready to go down to NXT and do commentary weekly, but
yeah, exactly.
more practice always helps. So,
Yeet.
I know this is off topic, but I really wish they would have. I mean, I like Beth, but I really wish they would have put Aiden down there instead of Beth because Aiden's English, and who doesn't want to?
He's fantastic on commentary.
Yeah, like
It's unbelievable how good he
dude.
is.
Like, if he ever leaves WWE, AEW should pick him up and get rid of that Alex guy that they have on commentary. Imagine him.
Marvez, yeah, get rid of Marvez ASAP.
Yeah. But that's a topic for another day. Like, unless if you had to rate Aiden English's commentary work, what would you rate it out of 10?
11 out of 10.
Well, he breaks the scale.
Yes, he's that good, dude. He's actually really good.
Think about it too.
He's good as a face commentator too. That's the thing. He's really good as a face commentator than Nigel.
I know, because he hasn't been a face really at all, like on the main roster, like other than like that short stint where Rusev Day like turned face.
Yeah, and that went well, didn't it?
It turned out well for Aiden English. He gets a commentary. He never would have. Like if Rusev Day had been booked right, he never would have gotten the commentary position.
Yeah, true.
But then it sucks.
Well, anyway, before we get any more off topic, this has been Fantasy Booking Series.
Episode 1.
Eat.
I know, yeah, like I guess one thing the main roster does better than us is they don't get as off topic as we do, but
But hey, at least we got the main part of it done, so it's okay.
And you know what? Screw it. Right after this, we're gonna do right after this video, we're gonna do Lucha Underground Season 1 overview because I'm pretty prepared for it. So yeah. James watched the video, so he knows about everything that happens. He hasn't seen it.
Actually, wait, well, could we do it like tomorrow? Because I did watch the video, but I kind of want to make sure I can take notes on that 37-minute one.
Oh yeah, true, yeah.
Because there's a lot that happens in that one. I kind of memorized the storylines. I just don't know the moves, and I need to write them down. So
well, we're not gonna go through move for move. We're just gonna mainly talk about storylines that took place and stuff. So
yeah, we'll just do it Wednesday. Screw it. We'll do the Lucha Underground stuff Wednesday.
All right, we'll do Wednesday.
But yeah, this has been Booking Series 2. Should I just plug my stuff?
Yeah, do it.
Okay, here's my stuff. So you can find me on YouTube, youtube.com/user/JHebertside95. That's JHEBERTSIDE95. You can also follow the other YouTube channel I run, which is a CAW League, youtube.com/user/WYW You can also find me on Twitter at JHebertside95. There you go.
There you go. And then you can check out this channel. I got some, coverage about NXT UK, NXT, and NXT Takeover 25 coming up, predictions and such, and the review for it. And then also you can check out, the me and James' Lucha Underground review we're gonna do, and then we have episode 2 of this, of part 2 of this. Not on Instagram Live anymore because Instagram Live let me down again. So, thanks a lot. By the way, when are we gonna have are we gonna announce a set schedule when we're gonna do this in the next episode? Or should we just say it now?
Say it now. I think it's like every 2 weeks, right? Or every twice a week.
Yeah, we're gonna do it like 2 weeks, twice a week with the 2 posts. Which think about it. The next 2 weeks, when I do that Bullet Club storyline, that's gonna have to be like 5 times a week with that week because because it happens. So
yeah, exactly.
And then check out Owen the Talkinator channel for all the non-wrestling stuff, and then CM Brothers just because you can check it out. So a little bit of everything on there for you. So that's pretty much it, guys. We will talk to you guys later.
Bye bye.